We're going to take a look at this conference slideshow you guys made back in October, and I'm going to walk you through this task for you to do today so we can have something for your conference to reflect on the year so far. It's been a crazy year, but we've learned a lot, and we want to reflect on that at our conferences. And we're not going to start over. We're just going to look at what we've already done. So you're going to take this assignment. We've moved it from October to this week, and you're going to change a couple things. First, let's change the date. There's going to be a couple slides that don't really make sense, so I'm going to encourage you to delete them because we're not going to need them for this second conference. Second slide, let's go ahead and delete it. And yes, I'm using Max's because he was in our class last year and the beginning of this year, and he's not with us anymore, so I thought it'd be special just to use it. If you want to keep this slide, if it's special like Max's, feel free to do that. Keep this slide that says, before we begin, is there anything you want to talk about today? Because that's going to be important to ask your parents in these spring conferences. That brings us to our reading goal. You already set a reading goal. Please don't reset a different reading goal. This is not a goal-setting conference. You're going to keep this. Hopefully you have an example of your work already linked here, but you can add a link if you want. But what we're really worried about is this section down here where it says my spring evaluation of this goal. You're going to take the drawing tool and you're going to mark, I made no progress, I made progress, I improved, or I improved and succeeded. So you're going to think about that goal and you're going to mark it, maybe with an X, maybe with a mark, and you're going to explain yourself. I improved this goal of reading by reading informational text, by writing about it. Maybe you want to link a slideshow that we've read informational text from. Just put an example of how you've improved in that goal. Or maybe you haven't improved in that goal. That's okay too. In writing, do the same. Look at your goal that you wrote and evaluate 1, 2, 3, or 4. Put an explanation. Same for math. Look at your goal. Evaluate how you've done. Last slide for the conference for this spring is your work habits goal. Don't change this. This is from the fall. Just add a number for your spring score. And then you can leave your final slide as this. Feel free to keep your grow and glow slide if you want to. I took them out of Max's. It just didn't make sense for this conference. And feel free to add any slides or any work you want to. This is your conference. We will be over Zoom and we can talk about anything you think is important. I hope that you find this to be an assignment that's pretty doable, but reach out to your teachers if you get stuck. Submit when you have these parts done so your teacher can look at it and just give you some feedback before we have your conference. Bye, fifth graders.